What's up, guys? You're watching the Shieldbearer of Faith with Save One More Life. And if you have not already checked out our website and our training, saveonemore.life is where you ought to go. Training at saveonemore.life is where you should email for any inquiries or requests. And we are working on setting up 2 additional locations and dates for training. Also, if you are not part of Patreon for Shieldbearer of Faith, please go check that out. It helps me greatly, and primarily, it helps me do missions, believe it or not. So, maybe you're like me, and maybe you're in a place that's hot. I feel like I'm melting, literally. Now, I enjoy exercising, and I enjoy exercising in the heat. But I think while I run, and among the things I was thinking about this morning was some biblical stuff. Maybe almost Revelation end, right? There's a lot of stuff online right now, a lot of conversations going on about what the next really bad thing might be. And I don't propose to know any more about any of that than anyone else. But what I would like to recommend is if you are somebody who thinks about SHTF or the next pandemic, epidemic, whatever you want to call it, government overreach, if you're someone who thinks about any of those things, I would like to ask if you've read the Bible where it describes, pray it does not come in winter or on the Sabbath day. Don't take time, I'm paraphrasing, to go back and get your things. You're going to have to flee to the mountains. It also crosses my mind, yes, it mentions winter, but it's been so hot in so many places around the country that many of us are like me. They're melting. What if right now, today, wherever you are, in whatever your temperature is, poof, something catastrophic happened? What physical or mental preparations have you done for you? Exclude all of the physical preparations. Put all of that to the side in your mind. It doesn't matter for right now. Because if you physically can't survive the heat or the cold of whatever your environment is, doesn't matter what items you've put back. Doesn't matter how much food you have stored. Doesn't matter how much water you have on hand. If you are not capable of existing in this type of temperature, it doesn't do you any good to have those things. So I would like to encourage you, not belittle you, I'd like to encourage you to go and start melting. Start doing things in this heat. Yeah, it sucks. And you'll have to monitor yourself. So prior to making this video, I was down in this water in the most manly cup I could find. I stole it from my kids. And yeah, I have to monitor myself as I exercise out in this heat. It's gonna have a heat index of 117 today. It's not quite there yet, but it's on its way. Every part of me is soaking wet. If you can't walk 100 yards, half a mile, whatever, in this heat, how do you expect to go and take your bug out bag and your family to do it? That's not possible. No. Much less anything worse, right? Again, a lot of preparedness-minded people, they say to themselves, well, I'm gonna need my go bag, I'm gonna need my plate carrier, I'm gonna need my helmet, my nods, my guns, ammo, my food, all this stuff, the water. Next thing you know, you're carrying 80 pounds, and you can't carry your own body weight, much less any additional poundage. When was the last time you did a field training exercise? That could look like a lot of things. That could look like going camping. That could look like, hey, I'm going to put a big rock, I don't know, at 1 mile away, a certain location, put it on the side of the road, and I'm gonna walk to that rock. And then I'm gonna get that rock and I'm gonna walk it back. So only 2 miles, grand scheme of things, that's nothing. You're gonna have to really monitor your own health during that. And you'll probably find out a whole lot about yourself. What if that rock symbolizes something else? What if the rock symbolizes equipment, or food, or water, or a child, or really anything? You can make up your own thing about what it symbolizes, but that's a very simple, very cheap, very practical exercise that I'm willing to bet most of us won't do. It's much easier to go and buy stuff. What is not easier is to get out in the difficulty. But man, pray that those birth pains don't come in winter, or I would argue, maybe even add in, or in a 117 heat index. Pray that you're not a nursing mother. Pray it's not on the Sabbath day. The wording there is, I think, specific. Ask God to prevent that. Pray on it. Again, I'm paraphrasing. Go do hard things. I'm offering training for as many people as I can train with Save One More Life at saveonemore.life. We are working on a stop in Virginia. We have a stop currently with some spots still available in Indiana coming up next month. I'm doing a private class that you won't know about as far as location or anything in Wisconsin. But that's to tell you that we do private classes. By keeping these classes donation based, what that means is any dollar that you put towards it, whether you can attend a class or not, helps teach other people. I'm not collecting a salary from it right now. I want to do this for as many people as we can, for as long as we can. Because eventually, guys, those birth pains and that tribulation is going to come. And I felt the Spirit tell me, I'll leave you with this, some time ago, that we were training the remnant, or at least a portion of it. Now, that might mean that I train John Doe, who has a child who's 5, and because of the training John Doe received, he trains his child. And as that child grows, maybe after John Doe is gone, that child is part of what's left of the believers. But I did feel convicted on it. And that does influence the trajectory of my life and some of the decisions that are being made. I want to train as many people as possible. I have crossed the world to train guys for free. I'm trying to do that for as low of a cost as possible here. Please take advantage of it. Now, keep in mind, that does not mean it's easy. I don't do free trainings. Not really, because you still have the personal cost. You have the personal investment. It will take a portion of you to do the effort, right? Okay. Again, anything you donate, greatly appreciated. It goes towards people's training. All right. Check out the website, saveonemore.life, and do hard things. We'll see you later.